So you're looking for a dog trainer in Creve Coeur, right? Well, you have definitely come to the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know so you can make a choice you feel really, really good about. You know, choosing the right trainer is about so much more than just teaching obedience. It's really about making your whole life together more fun and less stressful, whether that's just navigating the sidewalks around City Place or enjoying a nice long walk through Conway Park. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down for you. First, we'll cover what to look for in any good trainer. Then, we'll talk about finding a program that actually fits your specific needs. After that, we'll get into some of the local rules and great resources right here in Creve Coeur. And finally, we'll arm you with everything you need to make your final decision. All right, let's get right into it. First things first, how do you spot a professional who uses modern, effective, and most importantly, humane training methods? The biggest term you're going to hear is positive reinforcement. And look, this is not just about handing out treats all day. It's a science-based approach that's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see. You're teaching your dog what to do, which builds their confidence and creates a really strong, trusting relationship between you two. So, how do you know if a trainer actually uses this approach? Well, certifications are your best bet. I know, these are a bunch of acronyms, but they mean a trainer has passed some pretty tough exams and is committed to staying up to date on the latest in animal behavior. And hey, if you're dealing with more complex stuff like fear or reactivity, seeing credentials like CBCC-KA or CDBC is a great sign. That points to an even higher level of expertise. This chart really spells out why the training philosophy is so important. Reward-based methods, they build a confident dog and make your bond with them stronger. But the other side of that coin, methods that use intimidation or punishment, they can often make behavior problems even worse and seriously damage the trust you have with your dog. Okay, now that you know what to look for in a trainer's methods, let's get into the practical side of things, finding a program that's going to fit your budget, your schedule, and your specific goals. Let's talk about cost. Here's a quick look at what you can generally expect for different types of training here in the Creve Coeur area. As you can see, there's a pretty wide range. A 6-week group class is usually going to be the most budget-friendly option, while something like a board and train is a much bigger investment. This should give you a solid baseline to start planning. So which of these is right for you and your dog? Well, group classes are fantastic for general manners and socialization. Private sessions are perfect if you're trying to tackle specific issues that happen at home, like barking at the mail carrier. And board and train programs, they offer really immersive learning, which can be a great choice if your schedule is just completely packed. The key is to match the format to what you're trying to accomplish. Now let's see how all this training applies to real life here in Creve Coeur. A good trainer will be up to speed on the local rules and know all the best places to practice. Here's a number that every single dog owner around here needs to know: 6 feet. That's it. That's the maximum leash length allowed by St. Louis County law anytime your dog is in a public space. Honestly, having a solid loose leash walking skill, which a trainer can totally help with, makes following this rule an absolute breeze. And besides the leash law, there are a few other local rules to keep on your radar. A current rabies tag on the collar is required, so make sure that's up to date. It's also really helpful to know that excessive, nonstop barking can be considered a nuisance. This is an area where training can make a huge difference, especially with things like separation anxiety or alert barking, and that keeps you and your neighbors happy. You can also turn our local parks into your own personal training grounds. You can practice loose leash walking at Creve Coeur Lake or work on your dog's recall in the safety of the fenced-in Conway Park Dog Park. Need to build focus around a lot of distractions? Queenie Park is perfect for that. These spots are fantastic resources for putting everything you're learning into practice in the real world. Okay, so you get the different philosophies, you've thought about your needs, and you know the local landscape. Now it's time to take that final step: actually talking to some trainers. When you reach out to them, it's a really good idea to be prepared. Here are 5 essential questions you should definitely ask. Their answers are going to tell you so much about their methods, their qualifications, and just their overall approach. Pay really close attention to how they describe their training philosophy and ask if they can create a plan that's tailored specifically for you and your dog. You know, investing in the right training is about so much more than just fixing a few bad habits. A well-trained dog just makes every part of your life together better, from having quiet, peaceful evenings at home to being able to confidently enjoy a beautiful day on the trails at Creve Coeur Lake Memorial Park. We wish you the very best of luck in finding the perfect partner for this training journey.